economic ladder, we tell them, look, big government is debt. Debt leads to inflation, and it hurts you when you go to the pump or it hurts you when you go to the grocery store. So we have to equate big government with rising prices, which are coming, and we have to tell those people, you need to come our way. But to do so, we have to regain our believability. We doubled the debt when we were in charge, and we need to say we are a new breed of outsiders. We are a new breed of Republicans who will say honestly, we're not just for the rich, we're not just for cutting taxes for the rich. We want everybody to have less taxes, but we really are going to address the deficit. We will hold the line, and we will only vote for a budget that is balanced. I think there are a few things you need to do. You have to balance your budget. It may take a rule. In Kentucky, we have a balanced budget rule. They have to balance the budget by law. 30 states out of 50 have a balanced budget amendment or rule. Look at that and contrast Kentucky with California. California has tens of billions of dollars of debt now. We're going to be paying for them soon. Mark my words, they will be taking your federal tax dollars and they're going to bail out California. We have to put an end to that. We have to have rules. I think we need rules on limiting terms. I think we need rules on balancing the budget. I think we need rules on reading the bills. I think, they talk about making us wait to buy a gun. I think we need a waiting period for legislation. Let's call it a reading period. Let's have them actually have to read the bills before they vote on it. I propose that they wait 1 day for every 20 pages of a bill. So that 1,000-page bank bailout bill, they would have had to wait 50 days and read the bill. That's our only luck now with the healthcare fiasco, where they're wanting the government to take over everything, is they've delayed it enough that people are starting to read it. They call it the Free Choices Healthcare Act. They should call it, we're going to limit your Choices Healthcare Act, because they're going to limit what insurance is sold. They're going to tell you you have to buy insurance, or you have to buy the insurance they approve of, or you will either go to jail or be fined. That's not an American way. That's sort of a Cuban-style way. People say, oh, well, Cuba has low infant mortality. I say, show me the last person you know of that went to Cuba, flew from America to Cuba to get their health care. We don't want to duplicate Cuba. We don't want to duplicate Cuba's economy. We need to unleash the biggest engine, the greatest humanitarian economic system ever, which is capitalism. It goes along with freedom. It also provides the greatest wealth to the greatest amount of people. Sure, there will be rich people, but we shouldn't be apologizing for having rich people. To have rich people means that others someday may become rich. Look at Bill Gates, the richest guy in the world. He started out with nothing, or from a very average middle-class family. Anybody in this room could do it. Work hard, have some luck, work hard, get an education. That's what America's about. It's not about saying we're running against the rich people or against wealth. We need to get rid of permanently things like that kill farmers and kill families that have businesses, the estate tax. I signed on to something recently. It's not called just the repeal of the estate tax. It's called the permanent repeal of the estate tax. You need people to send to Washington who have the courage to stand up for these things. I will. I'm not afraid of any machine. I'm not afraid of any political operatives. I'm not afraid of any special interest. I'll do the right thing, and when people are tired of me, I'll come home. Either way, I'll come home. I've told people if I could get a balanced budget amendment passed, I'd probably turn around and come right back home, because I would have done something no one's been able to do. I'd like to finish with a little quote. We were talking about Barry Goldwater, and this is a quote I love from The Conscience of a Conservative. And he says, I have little interest in streamlining or making government more efficient, for I mean to reduce its size. My aim is not to pass bills, but to repeal them. My aim is not to initiate new programs, but rather to cancel out old ones that do violence to the Constitution. And it will be my goal to determine not whether legislation is needed before I have first determined whether it is constitutional. And if I am accused of neglecting my constituents' interests, I will inform them that I was told that my constituents' primary interest was liberty. And in that cause, I am doing the best that I can. Thank you very much for coming today.